standing here looking into this sweet water.
Doc jumps in. Cowabunga, dudes!
Something shiny catches your eye. The ring is wedged onto this rock.
Arcana check.
There's a sister ring. If that ring's going to be moved, you've got to reunite them. You see like a vortex appear in the water, and it sucks like all the water around here. It's gone. It's dry. You almost look like you're in some kind of an auditorium. The 4 doors are labeled machine, mind, body, and heart.
1,000
So,
coins
hear me
the
out.
other day.
It's charity must come deep. So clearly we have to have sex with an ugly chick. Like, real
Oh
deep
my
in your heart.
god! Just give it a thought to what heart represents.
So I said, it needs some good old-fashioned loving.
Eventually, you get to the Crescent Isle. The Crescent Isle was one of the first places that was struck by the Coronid after their home island cluster of Giazli was destroyed by magical means. And that sign reads, it literally says, the Almighty Malachi. There's a big open cavity in this robot's chest.
Yeah, I shoved that orb right in.
Someone says, "You like my puzzles?"
I say Malachi?
My name's Willard.
You are going so far from Brad Pitt to freaking God, Bongiorno and...
And Willard sort of freezes. You see a small, like a Pikachu size. And it's sort of floating above you all, and it says, "Hi there, I'm Malachi." Its magical wavelength is of the same kind as your obsidian arrowhead.
So, why hide?
I don't know how I survived that quarantine, why I got lucky and not some other djinn. All I know is that at any moment it could be taken away. Plans fall apart because you don't have things tied up. You have to make sure every last thread is accounted for. You've got a lot of building left to do.
So what now, Malachi? Are you gonna remain here until you feel safe and until we deal with this world eater?
All we can do is fight it.
What exactly forced your brother into these stones like the one I hold?
A very strong magic by a very angry god.
What do you think the djinn would do if they were freed from their shells?
Well, I imagine that the djinn would want revenge, probably. It's hard to say.
How exactly do you plan to get revenge on something like that then?
If we have all the djinn, I don't think we'd have an issue.
I would promptly kind of hold up the book of Ikabar that bears the symbol that I've been writing in all my life. No matter what I do, I just can't seem to get rid of this book. I can't burn it. I can't destroy it. I can't forget what it's done to me. I feel like I'm being more helpful if I hold on to it and watch for what's coming. I know now what I was drawing power from, and I regret every minute of it.
You guys are all looking for something. Can I help?
Can you take me to this place outside of the plains?
Where would you want to go?
Is there a plane where dead souls still live?
Oh, that's the astral plane.
So what have you been doing all this time? You haven't been trying to free the other djinn? You've been just on the run the whole time, or what?
If you've never had to experience your entire race being snuffed out all at once, it's difficult to describe. It's not a place I want to go back to. It's not that I haven't tried to free my brothers and sisters. It's more like I can't. But the reality is they weren't, just because the djinn have magical powers doesn't necessarily make them useful. My people who were best at it, they sort of formed their own factions. The Ifrit, the Merid, and the Shaitan. The Ifrit were always they were more in the Valley of War. They really enjoyed the fight. They helped warlords, mercenaries, kings. Your friend here, the demon, he's got one of those. Then and then there was the Merid, who were more keen to help build things up. I'm technically of the Merid encampment. The Shaitan were a little different. They really liked the wild magic of some of the creatures that exist out in the wild. Beholders, dragons, the Kraken. I don't know how many it's going to take to beat this World Eater. I can tell you that you're not quite there yet.
Oh, do you know anything about the Shrike? general.
Yeah, I hate that guy.
Where was the last time you saw it?
Well, just recently it showed up in Cloudhenge.
Yeah, it did.
There was a group of people who ended up actually killing it. They had the help of a dragon, and they killed it.
God, do you know anybody that has a dragon?
Their names were Tyrek, Soren. There was another one named Cook. Someone named Milo.
So this is a band of adventurers with a dragon. Well, I have no way at this point to convince you, Malachi, that Pleth is innocent of these crimes committed against your people. I can see the motivation. If they want to keep their own creation alive, somehow the sacrifice of destroying magic might be the cost for them.
Yeah, I mean, you've lost people, right? So I'm sure you can relate to the idea of, if I just do this one thing and that it will save this other thing that I love, then that might make this thing okay. And that's what I'm afraid of, is even those gods who everyone says are good. Pleth, I mean, you'd think he'd be pretty chill. He's the god of nature, right? Even someone like that very well may have been the beginning of the end of my people. I have no way of knowing.